Welcome to high school class of 2024. I'm Jeff Pica. I'm your high school principal. This year, Mr. Skinner has moved over to take care of the virtual school, so I'll be taking care of all administrative duties at the high school. That includes supervision, it includes academics, anything you need in the school. Make sure you let Robin Malone, our high school secretary, know, and I'll make sure to help you best I can. We're excited to have you at the high school. We know that this is a different year than any year we've ever had, but we're going to get through this. The best thing is that you're coming into school and we get to see you and you get to see us. First thing we need to talk about a little bit is student drop off and student pickup, and also where you're going to enter if you ride a bus. We know freshmen, a lot of you do ride the bus. So when bus riders come in, they'll be dropped off at the front of the high school like always. Bus drivers are going to take temperature scans, and then students will enter the building through the main entrance. Students can then either go to the auditoria and get a breakfast, or you will go to your homeroom, but you can't stand in the hall. That's something we've done in the past, but there's no way for us to properly socially distance ourselves staying in the hallways. If you are a drop off or a pickup, parents, you're going to enter in the first entrance to the high school. That's the one that's right across from the middle school. We're going to go back in behind the board office, turn right, go past the auditoria, and then we're going to drop off at that back band entrance, which is right between the band and the gymnasium. A teacher will take your temperature there. Parents, please don't pull off until we temperature check your child, because if something's, if the temperature's high, we don't want that child to have to wait for you to come back. Parents, this is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to continue to the end of the student parking lot. I'll have it roped off. You're going to whip a U-turn and come back out the way you came. That way we can keep you out of the traffic. Because our older students, our drivers, are going to be coming in the second entrance by the tennis courts, and they are going to turn right into the parking lot and enter the building through the gymnasium doors in that back hallway. So we ask that you not drop students off before 7:15, and you can start lining up as soon as you want after school. Just park and line yourself up out back. A change to some of our policies this year is we're not allowed to have visitors unless you make an appointment and call ahead first. This also means that at lunchtime we can't have lunch brought in. That's something we've always allowed, but these are state mandates. These are things that we've got to follow if we want to continue to have school. So let's talk about lunch a little bit. So once again, we said no lunches can be brought in. We're also going to ask students, as you guys line up to eat, we need you to keep 6 feet apart while you're in the line. That means that you're going to line up down the hall from the cafeteria and probably down into the academic wing. I'll post another video, which will have a video tour, and we'll talk about that a little bit there. The auditoria, when you walk in, you're going to notice there are no tables. Our custodians did a great job this year helping me to set that room up. We have room for 78 students, which is going to accommodate all of us, so we don't have to go back to our rooms. But we have desks in there instead of tables, so you guys will still be able to sit around each other. Just make sure that you stay distant and make sure we do what we need to do to stay in school. Another bummer this year is there's no school store, so we do not have snacks for sale in the office, but we will have water for sale before school out in the front lobby. There'll be $1 for 2. Students are allowed to bring water to school. Our water fountains at the beginning of the school year will not be working, but we have ordered new water fountains that will have touchless water bottle fillers on there. So students, you may bring water, you may bring water bottles. We ask that they have some kind of a lid. We don't want open cups running around in school. Like I said earlier, this year I'm back to a job that I used to do, which is school discipline. And my big belief in our discipline is that you are going to be treated with respect. You're going to be treated as a young adult until you give me a reason to not treat you as a young adult. So if you do what you're supposed to do, I don't do trivial, but I'm also not going to let you run around school and do what you want to do. So students, take care of your business, and I'm going to be your best friend, and I'm going to help you out, and I want to see you succeed. Some of the things that people usually ask about, one is phones. Our phone policies, it needs to be put away in your locker before you go to class. If you have an emergency, you come down to the office, we'll help you out, we'll take care of you, we'll get you in contact. Parents, the same thing. 95% of the time, an adult's going to answer the phone here at the school, probably 98% this year. So we will know that we can get a message to your child. Passes. Once again, we're expecting you to be young adults. We're not going to have passes that everybody can rub their hands on and pass to each other. So if you've got to go to the restroom in class, you're going to sign out, you're going to go to the restroom, you're going to come back. You need to take care of that privilege and just don't do anything to get that taken away from you by your individual teachers. We ask about attendance. Once again, attendance is going to be different this year because we are dealing with pandemic. So parents, do a self-check of your child. If your child's running a fever, if they've had any of the symptoms of COVID-19, you can get that off the CDC website. Please keep your child at home and let us know the reason why they're staying home, and we'll work all of the attendance out. So as we get to the end of the video, I want to encourage all of you. This is a different year. We know that. So clubs and activities are going to be a little different. But this is the part where I usually encourage everybody to get involved. And I'm going to do that anyway. And when we do have clubs, open up. Get involved in something. Do something you've never done. Don't be a kid that comes to school at 7:30 and leaves at 2:30 and never does anything their entire high school career. We've got athletics, we've got band, we've got chorus, we've got musical, we've got clubs, Spanish club, we art club, we got every kind of club you could want. So I'm asking you, get involved. It'll make your life fuller, it'll make you happier, it'll make you a better student. As we do embrace the opening of this year, sometimes we keep talking about being distance. That doesn't mean we have to be distant, because we are all in this together. And I want you to have the best year that you can. Parents, know that you can email me anytime you want. It may take me a couple hours to get back to you, but I will return your email. And we're all in this together. So as we talk about staying socially distanced, doing all those things we got to do, remember that we're all in this together. We are all Falcons. We are all Minford Strong. Let's have a great 2020, 2021. Thank you.